Hello and welcome to Mid-Range Madness, a show where I play bad mid-range decks so you don't have to. Today we got a cool deck. We already ran this through a league. It's black-white tokens. I just do want to say up front that I had the wrong microphone selected, so the audio is pretty poor. It's not too bad, but you're going to hear a lot of background noise, unfortunately, so I do apologize for that in advance. Let's do a quick deck tech. Mana base is pretty straightforward. I wanted lands that come into play untapped turns 1 through 3 like all the time, so I didn't play Shambling Vince. We do have one greedy Ghost Quarter just because big mana is such a problem. Everything else is going to produce a white mana for sure, except for the one swamp. We just got that in case we got Path or something, so we can find it. Or if we need to fetch on turn 1 for a swamp for some reason. And then we have the removal. We have 6 1-mana spells, Path to Exile and Fatal Push. You can't go wrong with those. On the discard, we have a 3-3 split between Thoughtseize and Inquisition. So the reason why I do 3 Thoughtseize is I want to be better against bigger mana decks, since we're already pretty decent against low to the ground decks that we want to preserve our life total against. We have 2 main deck now spell bombs for all the graveyard decks that are going around. Bitter Blossom is just a key card to the archetype. You need a token producer. If you get this on turn 2 on the play, it's pretty powerful. Winds of Abandon is our extra removal spell. Like I said in the last video, it's a removal that exiles it. It costs 2 mana, so it gets around Chalice for 1, and it has the upside of potentially, being a Plague Wind. Raise the Alarm was the flex aggro slot. I wanted a card that cost 3 or less, preferably 2, that just puts tokens into play. And this is the one I chose. The instant speed is pretty good, but it is probably the worst card in the deck. And then we have 4 Intangible Virtues. This is probably the best card in the deck. This just giving your guys +1/+1 in Vigilance is amazing. So the deck's pretty much built around this, Bitter Blossom, and then these next 2 cards, Lingering Souls and Spectral Procession. So we have Lingering Souls, which only puts 2 in, but you can flash it back for another 2 later. And Procession is by far the best one for going aggression. Like if you go turn 1, whatever, and then turn 2, Intangible Virtue, turn 3, Procession, and then you can go turn 4. I've had games where I went turn 4, double Intangible Virtue with the second one the third one from turn 2 already in play. So you guys are 4/4s that have Vigilance, flying. You're going to win that game most of the time. And then the high-end stuff, like the Haymakers, we have Yawgmoth. Against certain decks, he's literally the best card in Magic against them. Like your tokens decks, your humans decks, anything with a bunch of creatures with low toughness that's not really super pressuring your life total. And then we have Sorin. This card will steal so many games. Perhaps maybe some in this league that certain cards, pretty much no other cards can do. It gives your entire team +1 on offense, and they get lifelink until the end of the next turn. So if you have the Vigilance, you can hit them in the air for 8, and then you can have blockers for another 4 to 8. So that card's awesome. And then Secure the Waste is just a super bomb. If you get flooded and you're both top decking, it's the best card you can draw pretty much, or one of the best. So that's the main deck. We'll move on to the sideboard. These first 5 cards are for burn, obviously. Core Firework and Timely Reinforcements are the best 2 cards you can find against burn, I think. I can't think of anything better. So there's a lot of burn going around, so this is pretty good. Arena is just a value card in matchups where we want more value, like Jund and control decks. Grafdigger's Cage is our excess graveyard hate. It's good against Collected Company, type effects, and graveyards. It's not the best specific graveyard hate, but the fact that it also splashes on stuff that searches libraries is good. Disenchant is just a flex spot. We wanted to weigh an out to an enchantment artifact that's going to kill us. We might want more in the future, considering Hardened Skulls is making a comeback. Plague Engineer, I think it's a must if you're playing a black deck. It's one of the best sideboard cards ever invented. And then Fulminator Mage takes up the last 3 slots, and you just need it against big mana. This deck's pretty soft to it. You can out-aggro them, with your most aggressive hands, but usually you need some disruption. So this is the only thing that's going to hit lands other than the Ghost Quarter. So that's the deck, and the league went pretty good. You'll see it was a pretty decent league. I do want to apologize again for the audio on that part. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. Alrighty, let's fire this tokens deck up for a modern league. I played this deck last summer, and I think I 4-1 a league with it. It's pretty good. It's not the best deck, but it is fun, and it can be pretty aggressive, and it can be disruptive, so that's why I kind of like it. It can kind of play aggro or mid-range, sometimes even control, but it can do some pretty dirty things, so we'll give it a shot and see what happens. It's pretty good against the red decks because of you can just hit them out of nowhere for a lot of damage, along with lifelink, and then sideboard you get white sideboard cards. So, but you still have to draw them in the right time and order. So, and we start off by losing the die roll. That's very common for us, and we have to mulligan, and they have a. So your starting deck contains only cards with even converted mana cost. When this enters the battlefield, each player puts the top 4 cards of the library in their graveyard. Put a creature card with an even converted mana cost from among those cards into the battlefield. Okay. It's like a reanimator card. This one's okay. We need a lot of help. We need to draw like lands. We'll keep and we'll get rid of the Sorin. We have removal spells, a lot of them, and we have a good threat and a way to buff them. So, I mean, on the mulligan, it's not that bad. So they go Temple Garden tapped. We just want to see lands. Alright, we just, there's no need for us to fetch just yet, I don't believe. We'll wait and see what happens and see what we need to get. We might need the untapped land, Godless Shrine, or we might be able to just play it tapped. We could have thought seized, but looks like they're playing creatures, so maybe not. Okay, so now we just get a Godless Shrine. So now we can take whatever they're ramping to. And we miss some lands again. This is going to be a short game. Unexpected results. I used to play this deck. It's really fun. So we're going to take this. They shuffle their library and reveal a card at random. And they get to play that card for free. So they're playing like horribly like powerful stuff like this and a bunch of ramp cards. So we have to take this because if the top deck of land, they can play a Emrakul next turn potentially, or something else that's stupid. And we're in a lot of trouble because we didn't draw lands. This seems like it should be a pretty decent match under normal circumstances, but you know, I guess we just pass. We do have a path in case they do get like a random creature. So, I mean, they're not really doing anything just yet. We're probably about 10% to win this at this point. Not a good way to start. I mean, mulliganing right off the bat, and they're just going to play their Kraken guy for little value. So they can reanimate this. Oh, they might get to something bigger. Let's see what they hit. So they missed. We're going to path this guy. This guy costs 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Fiddle the Dead is active now. We're just going to miss another lion. Well, it's probably too late, but we might as well. They've already seen the Bitter Blossom, so they know what we're doing. We'll get this going. It's not if we hit like land, Sorin, we could have a board where we're gaining like 10 life return through the air. Life linking, so we can potentially beat this Fiddle of the Dead. Yeah, maybe not now. The fetch line is going to hurt pretty bad. We're just going to concede. I mean, they're just, way too far ahead. So we want to Stone Rain them. And Plague Engineer's a maybe because we can name their zombies. Grafdigger's Cage. Creature cards and graveyards can't enter the library or the battlefield. So I think that should get rid of their companion ability. So we're going to put that in here. And we have spell bombs as well. Fatal Push, not looking good at all. And then we have... This is not the match for Yawgmoth. Winds of Abandon. You know, I don't really want that many removal spells. I just want to get aggressive on these guys. Alright, we get to go first. This hand is much better. We need to try to land. But we can Thoughtseize them turn 1 to get around their Veil of Summer. We got the Godless. Okay, so they just have 2 more in their hands. I think we just want to take their ramp here. So these have a bunch of 6 drops that they can't cast just yet. But we need to draw a land badly. There's a Windswept. Bitter Blossom would be great here too. We got the land. Player Cage, hold up path for whatever they play. This deck's pretty interesting. Looks like it can do some pretty powerful things. Another Forest. Alright. It's not a bad draw. We're just going to Lingering Souls, and hopefully we can get an Intangible Virtue or Soar in here pretty soon. Otherwise, our clock might be too slow. Path is not the best, so we'll hit him for 2. Cast another Souls. We aren't going to be able to flash him back, so we really need to hit one of our we're going to need to hit one of our anthem effects. But I think shutting off um, their reanimator guy is pretty good. Cavern of Souls. Uh-oh. They just hit a land, okay. But this goes back to their hand, I believe. So you hit a discard. A Thoughtseize would be great too. Nope, just a land. Alright. Hit him for 4. They can cast their guy next turn, but they can't bring anything back. They're just going to play the Titan. We're going to path them in response to the trigger. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. They're going to have 8 mana next turn. If we give an anthem, they're going to be down to, so they're going to get 4 zombies. Soren would be outstanding. This is a Nambo with Lingering Souls for sure, but considering they can get an Eldrazi or something out of their graveyard, it's pretty important to have. I'd rather have it than not, but just drawing the second one hurts. So if we path 1, we're only taking 6, and then we'll be taking, so we'll still be dead. But if we hold 1 back to block, we can block. So if we block 1, we'll take 2, 4, 6, 8. So we can path them. Yeah, we're going to path 1. But then they'll get another zombie, so this 2 more zombies. So it's actually, yeah. We just need to draw an anthem effect. We have 4 in our deck. Or 6, I'm sorry. We can still kill them. Exactly with an anthem. Nope, we just draw a land. That makes sense. We actually win the die roll for once. Sounds kind of crappy, but it's better than a mulligan. Do they have they mulled a 5, so we get a little bit of luck. Opponent trying to decide if they want to go on the 4. We want to get thin our lands out as much as possible. We don't want to draw any more lands this game at all. So effectively, we both mulled the 5. Silent clearing does help. Playing against Tron. Okay, so this is a bad matchup. But if we can get something good to play on turn 2, like a Bitter Blossom or something, we'll be in. We might be in business. Hey, there we go. We have a chance now. But Tron can easily win on a mold of 5. It's definitely not an issue for them. We really need to draw one of our anthems. We have a path that they are trying to stabilize with the Worm Coil. Hers is mine. So they already have a mine. All right. Past turn. Next turn we're going to hit for 4. Minimum, if we can find an anthem, it'll be 8. Blast Zone. Oblivion Stone. That's bad. Well, it does cost 5 to activate. So it might be too late for them. Okay, so we definitely want to play this. We have 10 more damage next turn. They won't be able to blow up the stone until the following turn. Well, that's not the best job. We'll see what they have in their hand. They might not have the land. So they don't have a land. They don't have mana for Path to Exile. They're green-white Tron. We're going to take this and hope they do not hit a land. They go to 2. We'll just sack this now. Maybe we can find... Okay. So they're preparing that in case they are able to stabilize and they can blow up a future Bitter Blossom. Okay, they didn't find a land. Good. Well, that was a hard game, so now we're going to bring our Line Destruction. Disenchant's good. That's about it. So we don't need the Spell Bombs. We don't need Fatal Pushes. Is there something else we want to bring in? I guess... Phyrexian Arena is okay. It does something. We could bring in Firewalkers as just a beater. Plague Engineer. doesn't really do a lot. We'll keep the Winds of Abandon in. We'll bring in a Friction Arena. We'll keep that in case they like land at Ulamog and they can't quite finish us off. That was a much better representation of what the deck can do, even though they were kind of nerfed. But the standard deck's not going to be able to do a lot against that draw, really. I mean, they could a Wrath deck could, or like Maelstrom Pulse deck. It's a good thing we went to 3 Thoughtseizes instead of 4 Inquisitions and 2 Thoughtseizes. Thoughtseizes is much better in this matchup. We have to be wary of Veil of Summer now. It's good against our Fulminators and our Thoughtseizes and Inquisitions. This hand is not probably good enough. We do have a Thoughtseize. We don't have any pressure until turn 4. I think we want to mulligan this. This is much better. We do need the second black, however. We're going to keep. And we'll get rid of the Sorin. Because we have a good 2, 3, 4. We need to top deck a Thoughtseize or Inquisition, or even a black line would be good. If they have natural turn 3 Tron, we can't really do a lot about it. Do they mulligan to 5 cards again? They did, so, well, we get a bit of a good luck here. Horizon Canopy, alright. Okay. That was obviously a good draw. We get the Godless Shrine. See what they have here. Oblivion Stone and Nature's Claim. Well, they're not going to be able to do anything with a stone for a while. The Nature's Claim could kill our... Yeah, we're going to take the claim. The stone is... obviously wipes our entire board. But they're a long ways away from that. They're going to cycle this. Play a Relic. Okay. That's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, Virtue. We can have turn 3 Spectral Procession or Fulminator Mage. Fulminator Mage is the ideal play. But maybe Procession's better because we could... we could have double Virtue in play by the time we're attacking for the first time. So here's our stone. Sorin. Okay. Well, we're just going to run this out. We'll hold this back and we'll have the 2 Anthems in play. If they do blow everything up, we will have a good follow-up. But in the meanwhile, we'll be attacking for 9 next turn. Hopefully they just don't hit lands. Ancient Stirrings are probably going to find one here. We need to find a black mana here. We won't have the second virtue out, but we'll be able to slow them down. Will they find a map? Which may be even worse. So you can't even hit our own creature. Okay, so do we hit them for 9 and lose both of our virtues, or hit them for 6? Well, they didn't play land, so yeah, I think we're just going to hit them. Hit them as hard as possible. This is a 2-turn clock. Yeah, it sucks for them that they hit that instead of an actual land. There's no way they can, unless they have some sort of other way to produce mana. And if we draw another land of any type, we can just slam the Sorin and present lethal through removal spell. We're doing the map. Blast Zone. It's probably going to be late for them unless they have a path. They should be dead, or a way to gain life. Nature's Claim. Okay, so we need to draw a land, and we win. If not, they'll be at 1. Oh, that's not a land. However, we are going to bash them here. It'll turn off their white mana. Okay. And we have a way to get rid of the Worm Coil engine if that comes to that. Yep, they're just dead. Cool. Well, we got fortunate there. Our hands were awkward, but their hands were worse. And it was kind of like our round 1 where our hands were terrible. And the opponent just had a somewhat functional hand. We'll take it. Hey, we win the die roll again. Not going to complain there. Okay, this is fine. I mean, so they have a lure, so they could be burn or anything. In that case, maybe we don't want to fetch shock. We might just want to get a swamp, but then we couldn't cast Procession on 3, but we don't have it, so we're just going to play a Swamp Thoughtseize. That 2 life could be very valuable. It could be obviously not burn, but usually, yeah, it's burn. Okay. So, double Searing Blaze. I mean, they can kill our tokens with that, but it's not very efficient. So we'll take their Lava Spike. Well, maybe we'll take a Searing Blaze, because we're going to have lifelink, so we want to keep at least one of them around. We do have a fantastic sideboard for this. Lava Spike Mountain. Okay. Okay, Winds of Abandon, not the best. We can ambush in with the Raise the Alarm. Vexing Devil. think we're going to take the 4 since we have the life link coming up. Another creature spell. Another token maker. Okay. Well, we didn't get that, but we can hit him for 2. Swift Spear. Too bad this wasn't an instant. Searing Blaze. So they have left a Wooded Foothills and an unknown card. We drew the one removal spell that punishes us there, but what are you going to do? And we draw another land. Okay, so we're definitely playing Sorin. Do we want to make a guy? I think we want to give our guy a lifelink. It'll put us back up to 8, and they'll have to decide whether to attack Sorin or our guy, or us rather. And then next turn we can Winds of Abandon. It's just a shame that we drew nothing but air these last couple turns. We're getting close to, ultimating this, or overloading it, rather. They top deck another Searing Blaze. Well. They're going after us, so maybe they have another burn spell. No, they just have Wooded Foothills. Oh. I tracked that wrong, apparently. Okay, well. Game 1 is rough to win, but we have all this. We don't like Thoughtseize here. Bitter Blossom, not so much. Is there something better than Bitter Blossom that we would want? Maybe Plague Engineer. Or Fulminator Mage, maybe. We just don't want to lose any life to something from ourselves. Okay. Let's hope we draw our sideboard cards here. Spell Bombs aren't great either. But they at least cycle. And they don't do us damage, so. And they are playing Lure, so I guess they're pretty good. We are snap keeping this. Now we need to draw like a Fatal Push or something. We use our turn 1 to get a Godless Shrine tapped, so we have double black. Hopefully they didn't bring in Path to Exile. Goblin Guide. Fulminator Mage. Do we want to draw that? I don't think so. We draw a line instead, which is worse, but we gotta be wary of the skull crack trick here. If they attack, we're probably just not gonna block. The skull crack trick being we block and then before damage they make it to where damage can't be prevented, which is one of the things that protect it from protection from red. Yawgmoth. Okay, that's a pretty good draw actually. We're gonna take this 2 damage. We can't afford to lose this. It makes their burn spells just too bad. Turns everything into a shock. Rift Bolt. We'll play this out now. Play our land. And we need a token producer pretty soon. Or removal spell would be great too. So we're going to 213 instead of 12. If they want to like hold up their mana every turn and not play their spells, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay, so they have a land. Let's see what we have here. Spectral Possession. Perfect. So we're going to play that next turn and then play our Sorin the following turn and bash them for 6 lifelink. Or, sorry, 9 lifelink. So we might want to block this turn to get a... We'll block this turn to get a Skullcrack out of their hand. And just get this guy off the board. And then we'll have 6 power on the board plus... you know, we can make it 9 the following turn with lifelink. And they're going to have a really hard time beating that. 9 vigilance lifelink. Not that they can't beat it, but they're going to have a difficult time. Let's see if they have a follow-up. Looks like they do. Holding up a burn spell. So we need to not just die here. They're going to bolt us. Maybe a token? Nope, they're going for us. So if they draw a land, they have double Borstarm, we can die. If not... So they have the land. As long as they don't have double Borstarm, we should be okay. Searing Blaze. Ouch. Double Bolt. Eidolon. Okay, that works for us. So we're going to have 6 Flying Lifelink Vigilance. And a Path if we need it. And they're tapped out. All right, take your 6. We go back up to 11. And we're ahead on life. We have a better board. They can't block our board. We have a removal spell. It's going to be difficult to lose this here. Not impossible. We'll take the trade here. Let's go up to 14. We still have a Yawgmoth. We're just going to path them right away. Okay, so let's hit him for just... I think we're going to make a guy. Make a guy, hit him for 2. Play Yawgmoth. Our life total's high enough. We just need to get our board wide here. Now if they try to kill one of our guys, we can sacrifice it to draw a card and shrink their guy. Yeah, they're not beating that board. Okay, so that was the easy one. Now we gotta get the hard one. I don't think there's anything we want to change. Is there a better card than Spell Bomb? I don't think. I don't think so. We want it for their graveyard stuff. Timely Reinforcements is awesome here. Like the Dream Curve is like push into Firewalker, into Timely, into Sorin. We have 6 1-mana removal spells. We have 11 1-mana plays in general, so we're pretty well suited for this matchup. We could definitely still lose it. Their hands can be just absurd, like the game 1. They're probably bringing their Path to Exiles now, which is annoying, but it does ramp us because we do have some mana-hungry plays. This hand is not good enough. We have no hate cards. We have 5 lands. This is a pretty clear mulligan. Raise the Alarm is probably one of the weakest cards in our deck. It just kind of fits the theme. This, on the other hand, is fantastic. So We'll keep this, and we'll get rid of secure the wastes. We even have pretty painless mana. Keep. So hopefully they have trouble. And they mulligan to 6, which mulliganing for that deck is really bad for them. Goblin Guide. So we need to draw a Fatal Push. Another Sound Clearing. Okay, well, I mean, it's a free land. Effectively like a redraw. That's not good. Okay, but we're still okay. They're going to be down to 3 cards after this. Eidolon. That's not so hot for us. But we will have a protection from red, so we'll have to have a Skull Crack to really punish us. Another land. Okay, well. We're just going to play the Plains. No need to take extra damage if we don't have to. Okay, so we're just going to block because we do have a backup. If we have the opportunity to block, they might have a Path to Exile. They're thinking about it, so that makes me think they don't really have an answer to it. So we're definitely blocking. And we're just going to get the Eidolon off the table. It hurts them, but it's going to hurt us more. We just need to not die, and we have a much more powerful end game. And plus, this will give us an extra card if it ever attacks again. See, they definitely do not have a... Okay, so... we keep drawing lands, which is not good, but... double Firewalker is awesome. And next turn we can play the Sorin. And Boris Charmers for 3. And they take 2. So we go to 9. So now all their 3 mana stuff does 1 damage effectively. And they can't really attack unless they get a Path or Skull Crack. We're not going to attack. We just have to play defense. The timely reinforcements could seal the deal. A Vexing Devil. We're going to let this stick around, I think. So if we take the 4, we can actually hit them for 6, and we'll go up to 17. We're going to let this hit us for 4. And then they're on a 2-turn clock. Because this, yeah, I'm hoping this is going to be lights out. They're going to have to deal 11 damage. Yeah, they just... Okay, cool. 2 and 1. There's been a lot of burn around, so it's good when you know there's a lot of burn around. It's very good to be prepared. There's amazing hate cards you can be playing, so just don't forget to jam those in your deck. Although Burn's not my most hated deck, that would be Hexproof. It's one of my favorite decks to beat, so I like having powerful hate cards against it. If Hexproof was more prevalent, I would definitely be packing some heavy stuff for it. Okay, so we are on the play. This is a good hand on the play. We're going to keep. They have Loris, so there's probably another burn, but it could be any of the Jun's variants too. So this is not a good hand against burn, notably. But remember, game one is a tough one. But we do have a curve. We'll find out what they're playing. Looks like the burn deck. Okay. So Spear. We haven't seen any fatal pushes except for the first game, right? That's about how it goes, though. Okay, so I think we hold up to ambush here. Maybe they play like an Eidolon and we can play this in response so they can't attack. Alright, we'll take our one. Light up the stage. We'll just do this now. Now, Soren off the top of the next couple turns will be amazing. Abbott and Goblin Guide. Hey, there we go. That's a good one. So now we can raise the alarm again next turn. On their turn, and then also Path to Exile if the spear gets too big. Goblin Guide. We could also ambush block the Goblin Guide, but that's bad enough, against the untapped mana. Land, okay, we'll take it. We're gonna path this one. If we top deck a Sworn, we're gonna be hitting them for 8 lifelink, potentially. So that's our best top deck. Grim Lava Mancer. Okay, we'll do this. Okay, so that's not what we wanted to see. However, our clock might be faster, actually, than theirs. I think at the moment it actually is. And we're going to use this turn. Okay. That's a good blocker. Swift Spear. We need to find an Anthem badly. Particularly a Soren. Crash through. Sure. See, Goblin Spellbomb, so we don't want that, but we have to draw it, so let's use this. That would have been a good reason to play the fetch land, but oh, I see. They're just using their activation. They're gonna hit us for 2. Yes. Draw our spellbomb that we knew about. So we're gonna get hit for another 4. Yeah, we'll take it. Even a virtue would not be bad at all here. Fatal push, that's good too. So we're gonna push their blocker. Hit them for 6 down to 5. Get our swamp. Flashback the souls. Play the spell bomb. And we'll just crack it for no value if we have to. We have 2 chump blockers. Abbott. Let's see what they find. A land. Land's always a good hit. I mean, if you need a spell, it's not, but crash through. So they guys have trample. That's pretty bad for us. They should play the Goblin Guide first, so we can block that one. Just attacking with that one, huh? Virtue. Okay, that's going to be game. So we just take the damage. So this is more of a prowess hybrid. Slam the virtue and go to town. We're just going to attack with everything. Well, we died with a Bitter Blossom in our hand, which is okay. So now we get to bring in all the hate cards again. We don't like Thought Seizes here. And we don't like Bitter Blossom. We'll take one of these. And we'll submit. Hopefully we have a good hand. It's a lot of times it's worth it to mulligan to our hate cards because they're so powerful. But if we see like push with perfect mana and core firewalker and timely reinforcements, we're just going to snap keep. Nope. This is a good aggressive hand, but it's just too slow. That's better. I mean, it's functional. We'll put a plains back. We can slow them down with a path. Kind of. Goblin Guide. Okay. Secure the wastes. That might be helpful, considering we have the Sorin. Fatal Push. Perfect. That's a great draw. Yeah, we'll take it. Abbott. Bobble. That's like the perfect hit for them. I don't like ramping them, but I think we need to. We should be efficient with our mana. Oh, I guess we can wait till next turn. That way they are denied a turn with that extra mana. Alright, so we need Goblin God to find us another land so we can guarantee cast our Sorin on 4 if we want to. They're going to play their Lurrus here. Nope, they're going to try to find value. They did. So we'll keep the Goblin God around because he is the least dangerous. Fatal Push here. We'll see what he finds us. Okay, land. And we'll path here because we don't want them getting that back with their Lurrus. We'll take our 2. We need timely reinforcements. That's not timely. Okay, so we can just buy time to secure the wastes if we want to do that. Let's do that. Another Goblin Guide. Opponent kind of going off this game. Ooh, that's a bad one for us. So he's got to just trade with one Goblin Guide instead of double chump. We got land and Inquisition, not what we wanted to see. Oh, wrong one. Oh, well, that'll work too. We can secure for 2 and then also Inquisition. Take 6, go to 8. Oh, never mind. Going to 5. Is that right? 6? Yeah, this was not a game for us to win. See what they got here. We are probably deader than dead here. Yeah, we're just dead. Okay, we get to be on the play, and maybe we'll draw our hate cards this time. We need a hand with Fatal Push into Firewalker, into Timely Reinforcements, or even into Spectral Procession, into Sorin. Forget that I'm recording sometimes. We do want to play first. Ugh. Here come the mulligans. I mean, it's somewhat functional. We have to turn 2 Inquisition. Alright, Goblin Guide again, turn 1. Every game. Yawgmoth, that's not a good top deck. Okay, so they have a bunch of dudes. So Yawgmoth might be good this game. There's a potential at least. So I think we want to get rid of Soulscar Mage, I guess. We need one of our hate cards really badly here. Timely would be great. Abbott. Vantage. Well, at least we got our land we'll need. Okay, that's good. We can... that'll combo better with Yawgmoth next turn. We can start killing dudes and drawing cards if we need to. So they draw an Abbott. Do they want to attack with Abbott? I don't think they do. Maybe they do. Let's see what he's going to reveal. Path to Exile. Okay, so... We do have to pay live for this. So maybe we just take the trades while we can. Here. Just shock ourselves. Get the Yawgmoth in play. Oh, I guess we want to attack first. Kill this guy, draw a card. Okay, another path. So now we're going to block with Yawgmoth no matter what. Another Abbott. Seal of Fire. Let's see what's on top of our library here. If they attack us. Land, okay. So, I think we gotta start protecting our life total a little bit. We have ways to get rid of this. Yep, we're okay with that. Another land. So we can play this one tapped. Play Lingering Souls. Hold up Path to Exile. For their lures they're going to play this turn. Seal of Fire. Okay, so we're just going to path this guy. Spellbomb would be great here. That's good. Now they're not going to be able to get value, and we can blow up this land with even better. Okay. They have one card left. I think we want to do this. Just get rid of this right away. Path here. Player Spellbomb. And I think we're attacking for 2. We have Lingering Souls in the graveyard plus activation plus our draw step, so it's going to be a close game. Well, sure. That stops us from drawing a card. Basically exactly what we did. They used the card to stop us from drawing a card. Oh, there we go. That's one of the better draws. Oh. Well, that's fine. I'd rather them draw that than like actual gas. They're gonna kill one of them. Alright, so we're in a top deck war, but we have board presence and they don't. So we're slightly favored here. But their deck can generate a lot of value, and they can just kill us with 4 draw steps. Let's see what they have. We're just going to cast it. There's no reason not to. That's I don't know. Maybe there's certain cards they just can't beat. They don't want to take the 2 damage for it. Alright, land. There we go. So here's the interesting. If they sack that to thin their deck, they're going to cut themselves off in 1 turn. I'm not sure if that's worth it. I don't think I would do it, but I'm not sure. Fatal Push was a decent draw. Crash through. Bobble. So they are cutting themselves off of a turn to thin. I guess they saw the card on top and they didn't want it. I'm not sure if that's worth it. I'm not saying it's not, but that's not a good draw. Lava Dart's pretty good for them right now if they were to find that. Let's redraw. I guess they found nothing. Oh, were we coming up? Yeah, we were going to just bury them here in a second. Okay. Well, we're 3-1. Let's see if we can get the 4-1. Looks like our red matchup's pretty good. Game one's rough, and then after sideboard is not bad. We won a die roll again. That's good. Let's see what we're playing against. Another Loris deck, so maybe another burn deck. Is this hand good against burn? Yes, it's probably better than anything that we're going to get. Otherwise, we'll keep. We're just going to be basic swamp because we don't have spectral procession anyway. And we don't want to burn too much. And the likelihood that it is a burn deck. Alright, basic swamp. Okay, so it's collected company. I think we just want to get their mana since it looks like they're low. They do have post-mortem lunge, which we can fatal push, so they have the combo in their hand. We have double removal spells, so we should be okay. Another fatal push, that's good. Fortunately, we don't have a turn 2 play, so that's going to be annoying. But we can kill whatever they play this turn and then play Lingering Souls and get some damage going. They drew a land. See this one? X. We gotta be careful to hold up mana, considering they have the post-mortem lunge now. But we do have double removal spells, which is gonna be handy. So there's a second one, and they have a bauble. They're gonna see what we draw, which is plains. Okay. So we want to attack here, fatal push this, and flashback Lingering Souls and hold up path. Yeah, we got to make sure this guy doesn't have haste, basically. We're able, the ability to tap for mana. Intangible Virtue would be great, or even a Soaring because we would have 5 mana. Here comes the Loris. You got to make sure that you do this before this comes into play, otherwise they can respond to all the removal spells. I learned that the hard way. My friend used to play this deck all the time and it would trash me. I did get him a few times with my Stormbreath Dragon decks. Okay, so let's draw a card here. Okay. I think we might be dead, actually. They can play the Loris and... Well, no, because it'll have Summoning Sickness, so... We're going to shock this in like it matters. So they can play Loris. They have a land, they can play Loris and play Devoted Druid. We need to draw a removal spell or a way to kill them, like an Anthem effect. If they don't have a land, I think they are in trouble. Well, that's not a way to kill them this turn, but... Go to 2. And we'll play it. We had a really slow, aggressive hand, but we had tons of... We had 3 removal spells and a discard spell. Oh yeah, we knew about the cord. Yeah, we're just dead. It's unfortunate, but we have a bunch of sideboard cards. Cage is going to be very handy here. Plague Engineer is really good here. And what's not so good? Some of the discard spells are good, but we don't really necessarily want a bunch of them. So let's get rid of it. Our life total doesn't matter as much. They can kind of have beatdown hands. I'm not sure what the new version of the deck is. I think it's almost all combo. So we're gonna do... Maybe we do want the discard cards. We just don't like to draw them. This is a big matchup for Yawgmoth. I think Secure the Waste can go. Raise the Alarm is not so hot. We'll get rid of those. And... I think... We get rid of one Inquisition. We'll go first. The opponent just had, infinite of the combos. So this hand is not good, but it's too many lands. Okay, this is a little bit better. We get rid of one of the cages. Keep. That shuts off the graveyard portion of the combo. We don't have any removal, which sucks, but we do have a fast clock here. And maybe we'll draw a removal spell. They have no turn 1 played. Bitter Blossom. I think we want to get that down first. We need to draw a removal spell pretty badly here. They probably have Druid on 2 and then Vizier turn 3. So, nope. They just have an awkward hand. Okay, there's a removal spell. That's good. That's really good. We're going to get more threats on the table for a bigger attack next turn. If we draw a land, we can hold up a removal spell and play an Anthem, hitting them for 6. Devoted Druid. I wonder if they're waiting until they had a protection spell. I don't know if they play the protection spells or not. We'll find out real fast. There's our land we wanted. We have double black already, so just plains. They did not have a protection spell. So if we draw another Anthem, we can kill him next turn. That would be 12 damage. Oh, no, we can't kill him. If we need them to fetch. Loris, okay. The lifelink might be like an actual issue this game. Okay. I think we're just bashing and we're definitely just attacking first. Now, the question is, do we try to find a removal spell? I don't know if they can... I'm trying to think if they can go combo us off from where they're at now. I don't think so. We're just going to go maximum damage here. Just try to get him dead. I'm not familiar with this new version of the deck, so they very well could just kill us. Yep. Okay. Alright, this is for most of the marbles here. If we win, 4-1's pretty good. I don't think we want to change anything. The cage also stops collected companies, so maybe they had a couple of collected companies. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure if that's what they play anymore, but they used to definitely. It at least stops it coming back with post-mortem lunge. Okay, this sounds pretty good. We have double removal spells, we have a threat, we have a graveyard, we have everything we wanted. Will it be good enough? Who knows? I don't know if we want to push this yet because we need... I think we're going to save the push for combo pieces. Extra mana is definitely rough, but it might just be one of those games where they're going to have all the mana they want. Okay, that guy's a problem. He definitely just has to be pushed right away. We want to thin our deck and push and also have activation if we need to for whatever reason. Cage is really good against all their searching in the libraries and stuff. So now we can't play this. That was probably a bad mistake. Eladamri's Call, searching for Spellskite. Okay, that's annoying too. Okay, looks like we need another removal spell to stay in the game if they have the combo. But they only have 2 cards left, so they would need the Vizier and like a payoff, which is definitely possible. So we're going to... No, I don't think we need to do that yet. We can do it if they play it in instant speed. So playing the Swamp didn't come back to bite us because we weren't playing this yet anyway. So they're going to go for the combo here. Let's get their graveyard. We need a Fatal Push, or no, that's not going to do it. Okay, so we're at their mercy here. Maybe they don't have the third. They're going to have at least 2 of the 3 parts of the combo. They need the 2 parts to make infinite mana and then a payoff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fine. So they're going to have infinite mana. We'll see if they have a payoff. It looks like they do. Yep, they have the payoff. So we'll make them do it. Yeah, I mean, we were just dead. If they had it, there's nothing we could do. But we got a 3 and 2. That's pretty good. So, with a completely rogue deck, not bad. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.